Welcome everyone to round 2 of the SRA Division 4 race, home of the F1 World Champion. We are at Zandvoort. With me on the desk, we got Loic, Jose. How are you both doing tonight?
We're doing great. Yeah, it's great.
Love to hear it. Exciting race ahead of us. Not a very overtakey track, but speaking of track, Loic, you wanna run us through the track walk real quick?
Yes, so Circuit Zandvoort was first opened in 1948, so first turn it will be most of the critical corner, second corner and third corner, two will be really critical, and we got the fast right-hander turn 7, the critical and really difficult turn 8 and turn 9, we got the chicane turn 11 and turn 12, which we might see some overtakes, I'm just saying, and we got turn 13, which I think we'll see a lot of overtakes there too, because it's a right-hander, pretty fast, pretty flowy, but really hard to catch on. And then we got turn 14 just coming on to the straight. Really beautiful corner, really beautiful track. I love this track personally. I'm doing great times. This is maybe the best track I am. So I know some people doesn't like it, but I like it. So yeah.
Well, we'll be coming to your expertise help throughout the night then, since this is your best track per se.
Yes.
And since we have 1 week in the book, last week, we have Jose here. We want to run us through how team standings are looking after week 1.
Yeah, of course. So, I opened up the wrong one. Hold on a second.
You're all good. I pulled it up on screen for you.
Perfect. Yeah, so we have the Vape Gods leading with 142 points. We got about 8-point lead on the Scuderia Sky Dust, which I think Sky was in last season. I don't know if his partner was in last season's races with him or if it's a new team. We got the Roning Racing, 129. Grid Thieves Motorsports 4 with 128 points. So that's a pretty close fight for third place in the team standings. We got 5th place right there with them as well, though. So they can get in the fight as long as, they both score decent points, and they can get ahead of any of the teams. It's pretty close right now. So any little mistakes right now will, can either get teams massive advantage or, keep them pretty even in the field. So then we got the Team McLaren 905 Slam Division. Awesome name, love that. That's a lovely name.
We love you guys. Shout out.
I think the McLarens are pretty known for bottoming out, though. I think you gotta really be careful with those ride heights. I know when I drove it 2 seasons ago, I did bottom out quite a bit at with the Coach Dave Academy setups at Silverstone. It actually caused me to lose quite a bit of spots, so it's something to be worried about with those McLarens.
Yeah, this track is very famous for knocking cars around on the curbs.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing how, when people get pushed alongside and stuff like that, how they do with the curbs and everything like that. Wonderland Racing, 95 points. This is where it starts to split off a little bit with the points from the top 5. However, it's not like they're far off from it. It is the start of the season, so anything can and will happen, along with the drop races as well. So it's not like it's a massive difference at this point.
Yeah, and I think we want to jump over into qualifying just so we can get some action of the silver. We'll revisit the driver's standings when we have a break, maybe in between the silver and the gold qualifying. But if you don't know how it works, here in qualifying, 30-minute qualifying, 15 minutes for silver at the beginning, 15 minutes for gold at the end. So gold tends to get the faster time with the track rubbered in.
Yeah, but we saw in Spa Bandari, who was in D2 Silver last week, at Spa, which did the second best time, even second, maybe third, which he was in silver, and he actually, I think he was in a podium at the end of the race. I don't remember, I don't have it on me right now. So, but he's a really fast driver for D4 Silver. He might get into D4 Gold. We don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe my spot for who will win tonight, I would say maybe Miller would have a chance tonight. But maybe Bandari. Maybe my best bet would be Bandari, as we see Rigatoni, I think. No, I think we saw a yellow flag behind. Oh, it's Connor. Yeah.
There was a little bump at T1.
Yeah. Guzman, what would be your bet for the race winner tonight?
I'm not too sure, but looking at the times right now, it looks like Bertus has a pretty good margin on people. So if people can get their laps together, we'll see how it goes. But I haven't really seen too much of D4 racing, unfortunately. I haven't kept up with it much, but I'm hoping to see a lot of good fighting and a lot of improvement coming from this division.
Well, let me tell you, it is a blast in the turn 1, as we saw at Spa last week. And we're just going to jump on over to the name I'm not going to even try to say E.E.L. Currently up on their time, but slowly bleeding out, so I may just commentators cursed them. Looks to be midway through the lap, so maybe we'll check back into there. Green also just got set his personal fastest lap right now, 1 minute 42.3. Is a little bit off the pace. Bertrus with just a scorching time that no one can really touch right now.
But we don't know. You don't know. Maybe there was maybe there will be someone just maybe catching that time.
There is always someone lurking in the backfield. I mean, if there's anyone to take the silver qualifying, it is Bandari with his outstanding performance in Spa last week. Jose, I don't know if I believe you raced in Spa. What was the overall feeling of Spa for you?
Well, I had the Honda, so it was terrifying. I don't know if you've driven the Honda at Spa. It's scary.
I drive it. It's scary. Yeah.
It is not a fun car at Spa. If you, I mean, it's a fast car at Spa. It's one of the fastest cars at Sector 1. It's basically like the Williams was, during the F1 race. It flies, and I mean, it flies. You get that. You get a Rouge correct, you're gone. You'll blast past anybody that makes a small mistake. But the Honda's a very fun car, but you gotta get the setup right, or you're not gonna be in for a great race.
And a little birdie told me that this week that we should watch out for the Hondas again, because despite the fact of its lack of being able to corner that nicely, as long as it can power down the straights, it should be good, because this track is notoriously hard for overtaking in most turns.
Oh yeah.
The Honda does have good straight line speed. As long as you get the exit right, I think it's a lot about getting onto the power smoothly, because the issue with one of the Hondas that I've noticed from driving it now is if you get too trigger happy with that throttle, all your delta's gone. You have to roll onto it, and if you're not rolling onto it, you're losing your time.
As we see Bandari with 2/10 up, his personal best. Maybe get the, yeah, if he catches it, maybe he's gonna get P2 for the moment.
Well, as you say that, it looks like he lost all of his time uh, in that last sector. So he's going to have to restart, refresh, try to gain that 2.5 back. That Virtus is just absolutely flying. He's actually setting another personal best, not by a lot. But we are watching Menzies right now. A 2.1 up currently on his time as he comes down the straight. This time isn't going to be that amazing, but it does put him P4 with a 1 minute 38.5. So just enough to slime into the top 5 for now. How comfortable would you be feeling with that time? Was that
130? What was it? 135.
138.5 currently.
Not too bad, because you got to think about it. You know, you have to take your advantages the first few laps, because pace is going to be, you know, especially with the cold tires and stuff like that. You know, you have to keep pace with the guys ahead of you. You know. And if you keep pace with Virtus, I think you could have a really good race, you know, and if anything, maybe improve, you know. That small difference could be just that little lines he's taking, you know, follow him a couple laps and you'd probably be pacing just as fast as him through the race. And, you know, you never know what can happen.
You are right, as we have 3 minutes left in the silver qualifying, so it's roughly about 2 laps right now if you just started, maybe a third if you're quick enough. Unda popping up in the P2. We missed that. It's still over a second away, but that is a 37.9 for him. Fast one. He was pretty fast in spa qualifying. Definitely showed up on the stream a lot for battling. I know that. Fun time last week.
We got Bat2 in the Ferrari with P7 right now, but has 5/10 off his best. He might be putting his car into P3 for now. But Shepard right now and Burtis having 3/10 up his delta. That's pretty good. Now almost 5/10. Oh no, but it's getting down.
Is not going anywhere because he went off the track out of the exit of turn 3. So maybe that's where all of his delta came from. Big
This
late
is
break.
bad. Yes. Oh, and Rigatoni too. 5/10. And Bat putting his car P4. Rigatoni putting his car in 2nd place. Wow. Great time by him. 37.17.
Oh yeah, 6/10 up on 3rd place. That's 600. Sorry, up on. That's, you know, it's a good advantage.
This silver qualifying right now seems like a battle for P2 because no one can touch Virtus's time. I'm gonna be shocked if Gold can even reach that time, to be honest.
It looks like from P2 to P8, P7 is going to be a close battle between them on track. They should be pacing fairly quickly as long as they can hold their pace.
Yes, that is everyone in there is at least within 5/10 of each other. As we're watching Green having to give up a lot of time there from a car going off the track, still keeps his delta positive, so he is 2/10 up on his time. We're going to switch over to Menzies and watch him complete his lap as he is 4/10 up. He is in P7. If he sticks with this 4/10, this should put him back up into around the P4 area. Actually now 5/10. He's shooting for P3, possibly P2 if he can gain even more time.
Bandari 2 might get P2. Oh wow, now 7/10 up. He was 8/10 up. Wow, he was just like 2/10 up his delta, and now he's 7/10. Wow.
Well, I cast a curse Menzies because he lost all of his delta. He does put it P5 though, 38.2 for him. As we see a yellow flag come up, I'm just gonna clear away real quick.
Watch Bandari's time. P2. Wow, great time by him. 37.5. Excellent time. Can someone get him out? Maybe Menzies. 3/10 up. We don't know.
This is the last lap, essentially, for the Silvers. Don't believe number 30 is going to get across, so he sets that lap. He will have to pull into the garage. I don't think he's going to be able to set a valid time. So Green will stick at P8 for the time being as we watch Virtus on his final flying lap. Already a 10th up, kind of fluctuating right now still. He does have a positive delta about to round the last 2 turns. See if he can grow his advantage anymore for when the golds start setting their times.
And we got Kyle Miller in P9 right now with 8 tenths up his delta in the last corner, and now almost 9 tenths with a 30. Oh, but it only crashes. Oh, he still has 6 tenths up, but he doesn't finish. Oh yeah, because there's track limits.
So I will say that was not Kyle. That was Ken in the Ferrari.
Was that really Ken?
Kyle is a gold driver. We're
No,
actually
come on.
gonna watch him right now because I think he's at the front of the pack essentially for the gold drivers right now. So we'll just keep an eye on him. Jose, out of the list of gold drivers you see here, I know you don't really watch D4, get into D4 that much. Any names kind of pop out to you that are like that driver's probably gonna challenge?
I want to say Ruzik. I have a feeling I've heard the name, and I've heard good things come out of his name, and for pace and stuff. So I'm hoping to see him in the top 10 at least.
Yeah, I believe we could see any of these gold drivers, to be honest, in the top 10 here.
It's a tough track, you know. So I think this is one of the tougher tracks that you never know what it'll really be for pace.
You're correct about that. I mean, I was taking my nice Audi around here and having a extremely tough time just trying to control it through the turns, but the straights kind of saved me.
At least you didn't race here last season. It was flooded.
Yep, and I won the D3 race with that car shortly after I got promoted to D2.
And I then saw, but Durban Legacy is in D4. Sorry, Durban, but I think he has a good chance to make it maybe on pole. I saw him do good times in the 36, actually. So we might see him in the top spot with Luca, too.
You tell me Burgess is going to get challenged?
Yes, I think so. Yep.
How far down do you see him dropping?
I don't know where. I wouldn't say where exactly, but I would say still in the P10, maybe.
He doesn't want to put the bad juju on him.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think he has a great lap put in there. I think he could stay top 5 still, even with the gold ones out there. You know.
Yeah.
I think he'll still spot within there.
Yeah, but at least he got the pole for silver, so I think that's a good thing for now. So.
Oh, of course, that's a fantastic thing to achieve.
Yep. But as you were saying, Durban Legacy was a highlight driver. You're saying he put her P3 in Spa. No easy feat. So second in his gold division, I believe he is in. Yes, he is out on track.
Spa's a tough track. There's a lot of places where slower is faster.
Slower is faster, but you know who is fast? Kyle Miller. Beating out Burris' time, 36.7. Already, just the start of their lap, a 10th and 25 away from Burris.
Is it pretty Kyle?
We don't know. The real Kyle. I am watching him. I see the 7-Up. I recognize that Ghost Rider livery anywhere.
All right.
But
I'm trusting you, my friend. I'm trusting you.
But challenging him on Team McLaren Racing, Durban Legacy, already improving his time by 2/10, same as Kyle. Kyle's actually improving a little bit more as he is farther along in the lap. But he's within a 10th behind Kyle in terms of qualifying position right now. So it seems like these two are going to be battling for that pole spot unless someone can sneak up. Like you were saying, Luca?
Loic.
No.
Oh, okay, no. Okay, Luca, yeah, Luca.
Luca, he could sneak up. He's not really putting in the times right now. P8 with a 38.2, and he's not improving this lap. We're going to stick with Durban as he is flying, but so is Kyle. About to set another great lap. About to cross the finish line. We'll stick on Durban Legacy so you can see the end of his lap. Kyle puts in a 36.2 as you can see on the top left of your screen. Durban's now going to put in a 36.3. So 10th and 23 right behind him, and that is not a good turn one by Durban. So this might be a throwaway lap for him unless he can make up later in the round. Looks like we're having some issues.
Oh no, not again.
Everyone avert your eyes from the bottom of the screen and
Again, I'm putting all faults on Taylor,
oh,
okay?
this is not even me. Everyone can watch Robert Chard about to put his car up to P6 37.7 there.
And Lorenzo, 2/10 up is best. 37.5 right now is best. And he might get into the 36s.
Sorry
Anyway.
for the graphical issues at the bottom of your screen as we are trying to fix them. It might not even be my fault for once. But we are working on it. Looks like it's slowly starting to come back.
Let's hope, let's hope.
Jose, as you said, you said I'm already forgetting the name. My bad.
Ruzic.
Ruzic.
Yeah, he slotted into the top 10. He's 7th place right now, but it looks like he's up on his Delta right now.
He
He
is.
just lost a little bit of time, but looks like he should still set a decent lap, and it looks like he has more pace in him, so he should be able to slot in the top 5 as long as he gets a lap in and keeps the Delta he had at the start of it. Yeah, 6th place right now, so he has I believe he has the pace to get in even to 4th place fairly easily.
Track
If
is
he,
ramping up, so don't count anyone out just yet.
And I gotta say, for D4 right now, we got some really fast times, like not even in D4, because in our website, by the way, if you want to join Sim Racing Alliance, it's at simracingalliance.com, and that's an ad. Free ad. If you want to know where is your times about in our divisions, we got some reference times, and I gotta say, these are really, but really not reference times for D4. They're really fast for D4, I gotta say. So I gotta say GG for you guys in D4 right now. You're doing great laps, because normally I think lap times, reference lap times right now on D4 are like 38, 138 at Zandvoort, and now right now they're at like 36.2, so it's incredible. What could I say?
Switch over to Lorenzo and that Honda we were talking about over a while ago. He's about 4/10 up on his time. He's gonna take this car almost around the P4 area.
Oh, when he clips
And
but
in.
not
crashes.
able to finish the lap. That looks like it's gonna continue. Hard to believe he doesn't have damage on that car.
Maybe he has, but it's just not too
Yeah.
important. Oh,
Yeah,
Robbie showed.
it looks like he's damaged the rear aero
Yeah.
a bit. But what I'm
Yes.
wondering is maybe he thinks he's not going to be able to get his tires into temp where he wants them to do a comfortable lap. Maybe he thinks the aero damage is going to be his best bet for sending another decent lap, since all his tires are within the windows he wants them at.
And Shackleford, by the way, in really behind right now is P23 right now, and has 7/10 up his best. He's going to cross in the 138's time. If he gets his last corner right, ooh, but just lights off a bit. Now 7/10, gains it back. Now 8/10, he's gonna get into the 38s. Great light time for him, but just P21, just not enough.
So, update on the issue. It is not my fault for once.
Yay!
Not my fault.
Well,
We were having some connectivity issues with a site that we use. Currently trying to get it back, but for the time being, we will enjoy the static names instead of the dynamic
static
names.
So we're going into radio mode, so you hear us, but you cannot see.
Okay, well, maybe not that. We have just under 5 minutes now left in the session. That was when everything's going to start to ramp up. Everyone's about to set out their best laps here as we're watching Passage. 2/10 up on his time. This should put him just near the top 3, maybe P4 area if he sticks it. As I say that, Caster's cursing him. He goes all the way down.
And Luca Clanceris got a 37 flat, but like 0.000. Incredible achievement by him. Oh, and goes wide. Double commentator's curse. Wow.
Good job, good job.
Incredible.
We got another one, boys. Who is flying right now? Who is sending an absolute burner?
We got Sarver, which is 1/10 up his best. He's gonna not change place if he stays 1/10 up. Oh, now 2/10 up. 3/10 up. Ooh, he might get
that 7th place.
He is.
Yeah, he might.
You watch Sarver in your pip. We're gonna watch Passage trying to avoid a car that did go off the track. Not really gonna be able to set a time. Just now realizing that Durbin Legacy on pole right now, only by 300ths.
Ooh, wow! Didn't saw that.
That is
Wow.
going to be a fantastic fight.
And I don't know.
Both McLaren, so it's going to be interesting how they manage the passes if they can set one up.
Indeed. It's gonna be an absolute drag race down to the end. And it honestly looks like, I don't know if Kyle's gonna be able to get back here and put in another flyer lap with his tires warm, because it looked like he did just spin out and wreck. He is now trying to warm his tires again. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. Durbin Legacy now in a yellow, he has to go back and pit. So that might be one of his final times. Might be able to only set one time now.
And just saying right now, Aoki, which is P20 right now, is doing a banger lap. Now 9/10 of his best. He's going, oh, but just slides off in the last corner, but loses so much time. Now 7/10 up. At least he just lose 1/10, 2/10 actually, and puts him P16.
Guys, I have great news.
What?
The issue has fixed itself.
Yes!
Okay. Get hype, but we need to save that energy for turn 1, because, you know.
Oh yeah, great success. I could have said great success is about to come in turn 1. And Mayer right now is almost 9/10 up his best. I know he can go faster than that. He was really fast in Spa last week. He was, I think, in the big battle we had in between P10, P13, and P11. He was a really good fighter and a really good racer. Great etiquette on racing. And I say that and he loses so much time. Great, that's super great. Now 3/10.
Well, this is going to be the final lap for a lot of drivers coming through right now.
Yep, just under a minute. We're watching Lorenzo right now in the big picture here. 2/10 up on his time, but he is only halfway through his lap. A lot of time to bleed away and gain. See what he can do. Passage is also about a 10th up on
Passage
his
looks
time.
like if he gets his delta up, he might be able to steal pole position.
Yeah,
He
but
is.
he just slide off in
But, yeah,
P3, turn 3, sorry. So
yeah,
he
it's
lost some
delta
time.
being down right now, but he has the pace for it. So if I don't know where he is on the track.
Does look to be, I believe, halfway through the track right now, coming up. One of the long left-handers, so there's not a ton of time to gain, but he is gaining time. Still watching Lorenzo actually drop down on his delta, only a 10th down now, so it doesn't look like he's going to be making any improvements. It doesn't look like there's many improvements anywhere on the track.
Oh yeah, there is P21 and
yep.
P24. Just
D.
saying.
Meyer, backfield people coming in here trying to gain any position that they really can.
I feel like we're going to have a good battle around P20 because Shackleford just was 3 tenths up his time, but slided off and lost all of his lead.
You want to look at Roderick's. You aren't already. He's
Ooh,
about
yeah.
7 tenths up on his time. Meyer behind him about 1.1 second up on his time. See where he's gonna land. It's gonna bump him up quite a few places, at least over into the top 20 for him. He's getting ready to cross this line
Mayer
off a
putting
toe.
a banger lap.
Roderick's just invalidated.
Meyer.
Great lap on too.
That looks to be the end of your qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. P1 goes to Durbin Legacy, P2 to Kyle Miller, P3 to Passage, P4 to Burtis. Gonna be one great start happening here. Can't wait for it. McLaren on the front row, Ferrari right behind them.
And 3 Hondas behind. Wait, actually 4 Hondas, but just to be sure with Boatley, sorry. Just cutting it off.
Surprise person on pole, Durbin. Gonna be honest.
I wasn't so surprised. I gotta say.
I thought someone in the Honda was going to take it. If anything, I thought Luca was going to take it, but Durbin coming out here and showing. Maybe it's just that McLaren cornering speed giving them all the time, the world.
Yes, yeah. And I think...
sorry.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say the McLaren has a good exit grip out of the corner, so it's really important here in Zandvoort, like why am I saying P? Turn 7, 8, and 9 are really technical corners where you need to get the gas perfectly or you'll kind of spin. So the McLaren are perfect in these corners in the exit, so they can gain a lot of time there. Go for it, Guzman.
Yeah, I was gonna say the McLaren is great for carrying speed and into corners and stuff like that and holding it while being fairly stable. So it is a great car to be driving around a track like this. Not so much in like Paul Ricard and stuff like that, because once you get on those long straights, the McLaren starts to bog down at that top end. So it's gonna be. I think if somebody gets a really good run out of that final turn, the McLarens are gonna be looking a good run on their money on that straightaway.
I feel like we are going to be flooded with information for the first lap. Turn 1 is, as I said, the critical, maybe the most critical corners of them all. We got turn 12, I think I said. The second to last corner too, which is a critical corner too. The chicanes too, or some good overtaking spots, but really dangerous because you can just get a bad steering angle and go into someone, which is not preferred for racing. So yeah, but I am excited to see who will win, and as we are going into the formation lap right now.
With the formation lap, Jose, do you wanna just touch on the driver standings as everyone goes around?
Team standings or the drivers that we didn't.
Yeah, if you want to, we can. While they go around, we'll touch back in with them when they're about halfway through.
Yeah, let's do the driver standings. Let me just pull that back up right here.
Just do top 5, top 10.
Yeah, so Ryan Passage is leading with 110 points, followed by Dowell. Mandari, I believe it is. Sorry if I butcher any of your names. I'm awful at pronouncing names. Following him with 101 points, so it's not a massive gap, but see how it goes. Durbin Legacy, 92 points. However, he is pole position here, so he has a great chance to bump himself up to leading the championship or getting a lot closer, I should say, because I think the points is going to still make a decent difference, but to get up there. Then we got Rusty Shackleford with 85 points for the Vape Gods. Zach Sky, 5th place for the Scuderia Sky Dust, 80 points. Kyle Miller, 76 points. We got Connor Farrell with 72 points. Ken Miller, 68 points. Stefan Sarver with 64 points. And then 10th place, we got Chris Burgess with 60 points. So about a 50-point difference from 10th to first place. So that can be flipped around fairly easily, though. Hopefully, turn one goes smoothly for everybody, and we have a great race ahead of us.
That is one win away from just kind of throwing off the standings. I'll take everyone through turn one as we are seeing all the cars warm up their tires and their brakes, just trying to get any kind of heat they can before they start this morning race. As you saw, qualifying did start in the dark, and we are just a few hours after.
We saw Rodriguez. Sorry, we saw Rodriguez go off the track. I was scared.
Look, I will ask you, on this restart, can we get a view of the backfield, and I will cover the front field for you.
Go, yeah. We'll see.
See how much chaos we can catch in that picture-in-picture window. In the back, I'm sure front will be also chaotic. I see people going off in the gravel for you already.
Yeah, already, yeah. It didn't take a lot of time.
Hopefully that's not true to the rest of this race, as they are starting to form up double file. Urban Legacy going to be leading them as he is all the way out there. Oh, that happened. Kyle Miller right behind him. We are about to go green straight into turn one, and we are green as the field rush down the field. Legacy gets a good jump. Kyle Miller is trying to go along the outside here. Just like the rest of the field, actually backs out. It's just going to follow through, tuck in, as the rest of the field is jamming up into that corner. We do have a spin. We do have a spin in turn one. That's going to bunch up the field here. Another bump right off the track. That's not looking good already. That is heartbreaking to see. Two cars already gone, essentially, from this race. Decent amount of damage. Now threading back in line, at least in the front. What's happening in the back, Lloyd?
We got some crashes. I think we saw a BMW. I think it was França. Yeah, França was going out in the grass at turn 2. But kind of not a good first corner, I gotta say. We got some crashes in the back. But I think it was pretty clean. Well, for Zandvoort. And we see Patch. Oh, Patch with a big crash. Hitting, I think it was the E ... something. Banderi to one of the best class... driver in the silver version of the D4 division, sorry. My god. He's crashing, and we see them, Banderi, Patch, and Bat, who these three were pretty good placed in the qualifiers, but other than that, yeah.
Before I take some storm away, anything outbreaking that you saw happen, Jose?
It looks like we got a couple of drive-throughs. Durban
no.
Legacy looks like he has a drive-through, and McGuinness looks like he also has a drive-through. Interested to see when they do take the penalty.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, do they have to take it within 3 laps from getting the penalty? Am I correct on that?
That is
Yes.
correct. So this is 1 lap gone right now. So will he take it on the next one, or will he take it on the final one? In my opinion, I think taking it on the second one will be the best, because the group's still going to be bunched up a little bit. So you do have a little closer field to get into, as opposed to taking it into the first one and possibly having the traffic split up a little more.
Sarver just crashed into turn 1, and green just hit him a bit, and Sarver has a big damage in his front aero. I don't know if he's gonna stay with it or going into pits. We're gonna see.
As that's
Sarver,
happening.
sorry.
As Passage getting right up on the bumper of Luca, who jumped all the way up to P3, where he started. I believe he started about 3 positions back. Passage wants to get all up around him, but it looks like he's just going to content with sliding in, taking the Ferrari, the tail around. And this is opening the door for Kyle Miller a lot. Durban's going to drive away. Kyle's going to be able to control the field. He already has a 2nd and 3/10 gap to P3, Luca behind him, and it's just absolutely building. So we'll see what Kyle has in store, what kind of strategy he has. I did just see a yellow from Roderick right there. He is off, and he also sent someone else off, it looks like, as well. See if we can get a
we see a
replay
little
on that
fight.
one.
We see a little fight in back.
Oh.
E dot 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 something. I don't know.
Roderick just missed his breaking point. Went all the way off into the gravel. It didn't harm anyone, thankfully, so check back in. I see another Butler off onto the grass. Sorry if we don't catch every single yellow. This is very difficult to do. Durbin did not take the pit. I believe he will have to drive through this lap guaranteed.
Yeah, this is the lap for the penalty. It looks like he does have from what it looks like, a good pace advantage over Miller. However, this penalty is going to hurt him. Let's see if he can recover back into the top 5 at least.
Burtis is off. Looks like he missed something. Not sure if he got bumped. I get a replay on that one as well. He just jammed down the gas too hard. Yep, just took the gravel on exit, sent him spinning. He may have some front left damage there. And our silver pole sitter is not looking too hot in the race. I say that 2 cars are going side by side. Sky and Rabuchar. It's like
Robichaud.
looks like the Bentley is just gonna go right through. Sky is just gonna give it up. Slot in behind as that Ferrari. Not the best thing in corners, but man, is that engine pretty good. Durbin.
It is.
Taken to the pits.
See where he comes out.
So as I was saying, Kyle Miller could have taken this race by the horns. Actually had a 1.5 second gap. Now down to only 0.8. Not something you want to see.
Legacy didn't make out too bad. It did come out P13.
That's terrible. It's mid pack. It's not where you want to be, but it could have been worse.
That is very true, and it looks like the guys ahead of him are pacing at around 1 minute 40 seconds. So he should have a pretty good pace advantage over them, and should have fairly easy overtakes.
If he does want to kind of keep pace with the front field, he's gonna have to start pumping in some 38 times, as Passage set the race's fastest lap last lap by 37.5, lapping almost a second faster than Kyle Miller in front of him. Well, we almost have 10 minutes up. Luke, what's your thoughts on the race so far? How's it going?
Go for it, Guzman.
There's a lot of position movements. Actually, it looks like a couple of the Hondas have lost out pretty big these first few laps. Looks like I believe Sky started in like 15th. He's all the way up to 6th place right now, so he's gained a bunch of positions. I believe along with Aoki, which both of them have been flying through the pack all the way to the top, taking advantage of all those incidents and stuff like that. Consistency is key.
I do believe Bertus, our still is our silver pole sitter and leading the silvers right now, does have some front left damage, whether that be massive or not. There is an overtake. Legacy going to make up another position faster than that Porsche of Shacklefold. Just gonna easily breeze past him, and now he has 3 seconds of open air to do whatever he wants with that McLaren, and he will most likely tear up this track, as he has already cut down 5/10. Gonna close in on Unda here soon.
Oh, as we see Bertus with Aoki coming to turn 7. Oh, but Bertus just lost a bit of time. I think he was too close to see the apex and slowed him down.
I don't
Didn't want
think
to
that's
crash.
I don't think that's the best overtaking corner to really do, because if you get it wrong there and like you don't trust the guy on your outside, it can go 20 times wrong than just gaining that one position. That could be your race ender, as Sky is all over the back of this Bentley again, wants to get by him, wants his retake, but I don't think he's gonna get it.
Small crash in the back with Roderick. Sorry, I didn't want it to cut you.
Also have the top 3 all within a second of each other.
Yep, I am watching that right now. Passage with that Ferrari power. Can he get enough slipstream to try to make a dive? Kyle Miller trying to break off any kind of toe. Going to be able to hold this one. Turn. That's actually a dive to the inside. Not going to do anything, though. Kyle shuts the door on that and will continue along for another lap. Going to be hard to overtake along the rest of this track. That was probably one of his opportunities and gone out the window.
What do you think?
No, go ahead.
What line would you take turn 1? Would you go for the high line or would you go for the inside line? In F1, I know we did see a lot of inside moves. However, I don't think they worked as good as the outside moves. What do you think about it for the GT3 class?
So with the GT3s, obviously we're slower cars here, don't have as much downforce, so that outside line's gonna be the slower line in these cars.
Ooh, Butler P4 just crashed. Ooh, Butler was P4. Oh, and crashed again with a big bump in the grass. Watch out, coming in back in the corner. Ooh, okay, that's fine. All right.
But as we were saying, the line you want to take through that turn is kind of the shallow line, especially if you're trying to defend against these cars, as Kyle Miller is going to be doing probably, it seems like, for the rest of the race here. Passage is faster than him by 0.2, just judging off of last lap, but that is a 0.7 gap now this lap, so any kind of threat from him is no longer there.
I would say for turn 1, personally, as an overtaking spot, go for the inside outside. The two are fine, but as a racing line, go inside. It's yeah. It's normal. This is how Formula 1 takes it. This is how GT cars take it. This is how normally you would take it. But for an overtaking spot, turn 1, you can take it outside. It's pretty easy. And as we can see, if you want to check, Taylor, P27, we have a good fight between Houlihan and Michele, 2 McLarens, hitting. Wow, they're hitting in the last corner.
Rubbin's racing, I guess.
Yeah, Rubbin racing. Rubbin racing.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. Go for it.
I'm more focused on this P4 battle that's stretching from P4 all the way to P9.
Oh, but they touched and they crashed. Michele out in turn 1. P. Julian may get a penalty for that.
It is not us to comment on that, but we will say we brought you the action live in here, so make your predictions now where that's going to end up. I'm going to jump over to Passage right now. Absolutely on the back of Kyle Miller. He's trying to do something. Kyle's going a little bit more defensive into this turn, but is it the wrong move? He's not going to get the greatest exit out onto the pitch straight. Passage just needs a good run. Get that slipstream. Go for the dive. Kyle trying to block off the slipstream. Not going to be able to do so. Passage just going in. Kyle looks like he's sticking the inside line. Passage's going to try the outside, but don't think it's going to work, so he's just going to throw it right back in. Poor Luca is just going to sit back, watch with his popcorn, and watch how this goes.
Oh, wow, what a shot by Connor. Oh, but no, sorry, Ben Derry in the back. There are battle of 4 cars, almost 5 right now, and they're almost all McLarens. Wow, incredible. All within a second of each other. Just really rubbing racing, as you said. And the midfield is on fire tonight. Wow, from P6 to almost P20, and I would say P23. It's all bunched up. It's incredible.
A lot of close racing tonight. Sorry if we can't get you every single fight. We want to try to focus mainly on the main ones, especially this P1 battle that is happening right here. Always staying within 5/10 of each other right now. Luca did drop off, but he is back in it now. Durbin Legacy. Jose, do you have any updates on him?
He's currently P10, so he's gained about 3 positions since exiting the pit. He is very close to Ruzik. He's Menzies. He's half a second away from him, so wonder how long it'll take it to get past him.
Well, if he's been driving like how he's been driving from the back, it doesn't seem like it's going to be long. But Menzies does have a tow from Ruzik in front, and then Ruzik to Aoki to Bertrus. Bertrus to Sky to Rubichon.
Yeah, I think he's going to if he can get his pit strategy great, then he has a great chance of taking a couple positions away from people.
Indeed, Kyle Miller having to take that defensive line once again on the straight. Passage just waiting for his mistake, waiting to chomp at him. Try to stick his nose somewhere where, well, I guess it belongs, because he wants that overtake. Well, he gets a little squirrely off that exit. This opens the door for Kyle Miller here to try to gain some time in that McLaren. We will come back to that fight at the end, because behind them there is a close battle as well. Sky approaching the Bentley. 3/10. Don't think I'll go for an overtake in this turn, but this is a extremely close battle. Just all the way through.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to say, as we see in my little screen, we see Bandari right now is making some places and is now catching E something. And Connor and Green right now, and Green is catching Bandari too, but losing a bit of green space right now on Bandari. But these guys are fighting hard, I gotta say. Oh, and I see. Oh, Connors just went wide, and now he's lost some places.
Oh no.
Hey.
Legacy making up another place past Menzies and already dropping him back. Now all he needs is Ruzic. He is absolutely flying up this field right now. Passage looking for another overtake in the turn one. Not going to happen. Getting really real close to Kyle Miller. Practically touching him, but not touching him at all. Kyle Miller gets in the gravel on the exit though. Opens the door for Passage. Not going to do anything with it. He will just slot in behind and stay where he's at.
The way Legacy's going, do you know the top 3 fight who it's really helping out?
Yes, it is not helping. At least they're not side by side every corner, but Kyle is kind of forced to take this defensive line, and I hope he has the pitch strategy to kind of uphold this battle and keep it going. And Kyle gets wide. Passage just goes up the inside of him. What a clean overtake that was.
That was a fantastic move.
I don't think Kyle was expecting it.
Ooh, Bandari. Oh no, Bandari crashed with E. Into turn 1, D2 on the grass. Oh, Bandari, not a very safe return. Almost crashing to Connor again. And Connor almost makes places with Lorenzo. D3 are really close to each other as we see Miller and the Ferrari going outside. Now he's P16. Losing some places.
Did I already see a blue flag waving?
Yes, you do.
Oh, no. Blue flags are starting to become a factor now.
Uh-oh. Oh, I think it was Menzies. What was it? Yeah, it was Menzies going outside in the gravel pit into the chicane. Now P10.
Oh, you hate to see. He was really in that fight. That like 10-way battle for 4th. Which is still practically going on as we speak.
It is still, yeah. Sarver in the back with still Sarver who has crashed at the start of the race, which is now P18. He hasn't gone in the pits for his repairs, but you can see on my screen he has some pretty terrible damage on his front arrow, and I don't know how he's still driving and gaining time. Incredible.
I noticed. I just watched the Bentley of 357 get an absolutely poor exit out of turn 1. Actually almost gave up 3 positions. Gave up 2 to Sky and Burtress. I moved Sky up to P4. Now Burtress has all the advantage here of a slipstream from Sky. Sky has nothing at this point. So he might need to start closing that door.
Yeah, we can see the top 3 are really far away from Sky and P4. 14th second, wow. Incredible gap from just lap 5, 6, I think.
Wasn't too long ago. We are on lap 10.
Wasn't too long.
Still 42 minutes to go. Pit window will open in about, what, 12 minutes, I believe? No, I'm wrong.
Yeah, maybe.
7.
7? Oh, already, wow.
7 minutes pit window. Opens at 35 minutes left.
Oh, Luca coming out
Oh my.
outside. Ooh, almost crashed with Miller. I think we're gonna see some good fighting between the top three right now. It's gonna be juicy.
Oof.
You know? Some juicy.
We
I
won't,
think you should
we won't
check that.
stick on them for a good portion of this race, trying to grab all the other action. Jose,
Towards
what
the
do you?
back of the field, I just wanted to point out that Patch just got ahead of Cibulka, the McLaren just passed the Audi number 769.
Oh,
Been fighting for
nice.
that position for a little bit, and it looks like he does put a little bit of pace between the two, about 2 seconds after getting that overtake done.
Oh, Cibulka just spun! Goes in the grass and loses 2 places. Oh no. After gaining 2 places by himself.
You hate to see it. It looks like blue flags are starting to become an issue here in the top 3. Passage having to avoid one that just went wide. The turn, Miller trying to capitalize on it, not going to be able to do so. Luca's actually closing in on Miller. I'm kind of concerned on what's wrong with Miller's car right now. I don't know if his tires are dying out, if he drove the car too hard.
Oh
Starting
no,
to get a little
Unda
concerned.
just went in the wall.
Lot,
That's some damage. It
lot
was
of
P11,
damage.
I think. And still P11. Ooh.
What
Not
I can
good.
see, it looks like Luca might have a little bit of rear end damage. I don't know if that's I don't think it's part of the livery, but it looks like he's got a couple scuff marks on there.
Well, speaking
so
of
can't be
Luca,
helping him.
about to go around the outside of Kyle Miller here, but he might not get it done in the turn 1. He will just slot right back in, but this opens passage wide up if Kyle and Luca are fighting behind him.
Oh, watch out, Bertus in P5 going outside of Sky in P4. Will he stick it? No, he won't. But maybe he's gonna get a better exit, and he does indeed. Coming to turn 2 and turn 3, you cannot overtake here. It's not possible. Well, if you do, you're gonna crash. But yeah, I don't think this is what you want.
More blue flag issues for the top 3. I think I saw Luca stick his wheels in the grass. Kyle Miller losing a good chunk of time to passage. That was a very rough spot to pass blue flag in the S's. Not really sure where they could have gone there. But Luca now right on the bumper of Kyle.
And Butler in P21 going into pits for damage. Ooh, his front bumper doesn't look very satisfied by this driving style.
See Burtis trying to gain a position on Sky here. Might not have the power down the straight. They are in the exact same car, so whatever their setup is might need to come into play here. Burtis is lapping faster than Sky, so we'll see what happens. Keep an eye on them as Passage is now starting to break away from Kyle Miller.
And Durban Legacy right now P10, but just on the butt of Menzies. He might get a better exit for the last corner up the straight. Really important, just flashing the lights for fun, saying, hey dude, I'm here. And as we see a side-by-side in front, who was it? I think it was Bertus. Yeah, it was Bertus, but couldn't stick it.
Might be some blue flag mixture in there. That's why we're flashing the lights to say, hey, I'm overtaking you.
And I think no, it's actually Bruzik. Wow. I think it was for saying, get out, you're too slow. I'm too fast, you're too slow, come on.
Normally when I come up on blue flags, I do flash them a little bit, just trying to be like,
Yeah.
I'm about to dive you, bro. You better just leave
Yeah.
some room.
Yeah. And we know that Durban is a cheeky boy, and then he likes to make some tomfoolery. So this might be a style with Menzies. So yeah.
We are watching our silver leader right now trying to grab Sky. The gold looked on the inside of that turn. Not really a terrible overtaking spot. Something can be done there. But he is closing that gap, it seems, every lap. But every lap, it just seems like he goes away. Not sure what happened. Oh, and he missed the braking point. He's actually going wide here. He's sticking his tires into the gravel, able to get it back on the track. But that opens a door for the Bentley right behind him. He has lost a whole second this guy and now has to make all that up. But at least he has a little bit of clean air before he gets right back to his bumper.
I think Durban. It's Durban time, I would say.
Durban.
For the back straight, he may get another place. No, but no, he actually doesn't get a pretty good exit. It's actually Menzies who's gonna try maybe something. No, not actually. Oh, but watch out,
Someone's
Durban!
wide.
Durban just slapped Menzies. Menzies is turned around into turn one. I said it, guys. Durban is making some tomfoolery tonight.
And we just watched Shepard trying to overtake Shackleford, and he had all the momentum to do it, just needed to be a little bit later on the brakes. Cannot get it done in the Nissan. The Porsche keeps going away. As we do have a yellow ahead, I do see the Bentley of Darren getting all out of sorts. Let's see what happened there. Coming up, the big one left here. That is a car park. It just slapped the back of Burtis.
Wait, you missed that. There's a big, almost a big pileup with Honda and Legacy in this part of the racetrack, and there was some cars flying out of the racetrack. Honda went out on the grass, sorry. And as we can see, Durban Legacy going inside Ruzik. And by the way, Durban passed, I think. Wait, Menzies crashed.
Durban is on the outside of Ruzik. He got a little bump there. He's still going to hold it, though. Coming into the final two turns, they are touching a little bit. Durban's going to be able to take this one on the inside. It's a matter of fact, if he has the speed on the straight, his pit window opens. Does anyone dive into the pits right here, right now? I doubt it would be Durban. And he fakes a knee out, to be honest.
Hey.
So he will just run away with this, taking advantage whatever happened there.
Oh, and Burtis, rubbish show. Oh, okay, all in the pit, sorry. Oh, but actually, no, Burtis went in the wall. And now I think he's going in the pits. Yes, he's going in the pits.
Jose,
some damage.
Jose, who do we have down in the pit lane? What's going on down there?
Got Robert Schurd, Menzies, Unda, and Miller all side by side in the pits. Let's see who comes out first, who gets the best exit out of the pit here.
We are just kind of predicting a splash and go for this race. Tires might come into effect, though.
It's well, it depends. You know, some of the drivers might want to take a little bit of damage repair. You know, depending on how it's affecting them, you know, it's something to consider as well. And just a couple extra seconds can go a long way, especially if it's affecting you a lot. A lot of more aero-dependent cars might really want to consider that. Menzies is out of the pits, and he comes out around 17th place. Yep, keeps 17th, and I think he's followed by Unda.
One of our leaders taking one of the more unconventional pits I've seen a little bit. Going into the pit right away, you have 8 minutes left. Normally when you're in the front, you kind of want to save that pit stop to the very end as long as you can, so you can just kind of come out in front of everyone, get the space. But I mean, unless you're taking new tires, it might have been a bad play, as we're watching a lot of people dive into the pit lane now. So maybe I could be wrong. He might have played this right then. Let's see, Burtis.
You know, maybe he might have been playing for the free air. You know, he might have felt that he was getting slowed down in that fighting. So maybe now that he's a little bit more clear here, because he has 12 seconds ahead of him. So he has 12 seconds to put in some really good laps and, you know, hopefully, you know, mitigate that difference in pit.
Sorry, meanwhile you were talking, Kyle Micken has got a small moment here, and Butler, who was on my screen, he had a massive incident. His front bumper was almost off his car, and Kyle Micken is, so you know, we went back in on the road. He almost crashed with someone. I don't know who was it, but he almost crashed. And as we see some yellow flags, but I think this is from the pits. Yes, but some are actual yellow flags, like Cibulka having a moment here. Yeah.
He just didn't stick the turn. Not sure what happened. Spun it out. kind of bad for Birchers, who dropped all the way back and has a stop and go penalty. So it'll be hard to see, as I also see Burtis is now spun around himself. What is happening to the back half of the field? Is just not able to hold the car together. Maybe these tires are really starting to wear in. Tires might be the way to go if you're not saving correctly. Oh yeah, that's just a lot of oversteer right there.
And as we can see, right now technically Durban Legacy is our leader right now. He did his pit and he's now P3. We have Zach Sky too. He already done his pit stop. Oh wait, no, maybe it was his no, sorry. I don't think I am right actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Legacy hasn't done his pit. Sky
Yeah.
is leading the pack with completed pit at the moment.
You're right.
And
yeah.
Aoki is in the. It looks like he's in the pit at the moment. That's correct.
That is a massive undercut by Sky and Aoki if they jumped Kyle Miller.
Undercut, baby. We love to see it.
But Kyle Miller looks like he just passed Sky.
Yeah, it looks like the leaderboard's a little.
He's a little messed up right now. Okay, now Kyle's in the lead.
Different, yeah.
Yeah. But we can see Ruzik right now P10. He's catching up Shepard right now. He was 5/10 up from him, so we might see an overtake from him in a few laps, maybe this lap even. So yeah.
Passage is now just pitted our race leader. This is now Kyle Miller's time to kind of gain back all the time he lost. See if he can close that gap back to Passage. He did take tires. This might play to his advantage, but it doesn't look like with how fast of a pit stop he did. See where Passage comes out as. Guaranteed to get passed up by Legacy if he goes around one more time, essentially. Passage coming out of the pits. Looks like he's gonna hold P1 for the time being. Al's gonna be about 8-9 seconds behind him, it looks like.
And as we got Aoki P7 right now, catching Mayer, sorry, 2/10 right behind. On his bet. And Rigatoni with a yellow flag. I don't know if it was in the pit lane yellow flag or a real yellow flag. Aoki want to try something on Mayer.
Somebody just asked in the chat what's the fastest lap, and it looks like we got a 137.3 from Passage for the fastest lap of the race.
Indeed.
Followed very closely by Miller with a 137.5.
We're starting to see battles kind of fizzle away and get everyone kind of start heading in line as this race is past the halfway point. Aoki really the closest gap to Meyer right now.
Oh wait, Robichaud too. Good fight with Rodriguez right now coming to the last corner. We know that the boat lead is pretty. Oh, but watch out, Robichaud on the wall. Robichaud on the wall, having some damage in his front. Oh, will it affect his driving though?
Aoki is all over the back of Meyer right now. Actually going to try to go for the dive here. Not going to be able to get it done, but Meyer does give him the space to go through. Not going to be able to take it. Red back in line, wait for the straight as Shepard is coming up behind on Bandehu. Bandehu just ran wide. Shepard has the door wide open for this. Might be able to try to take him down on the outside of this turn. Nope, just going to be able to thread back in as Bandehu. They're going to wait for the final stretch. Aoki overtaking Meyer. Sorry, I missed that. And Luca is into the pit for his pit stop.
No, it looks like he got a stop go 30, so this is his second round in the pit.
And as we got Shepard with Banderi with just finding the two coming to the last corner. Oh, what happened with Banderi right now? Oh, coming to the pits actually.
He does still have to serve his pit stop.
Yeah,
Meyer
also
one that still needs to serve his pit stop. He's trying to eke out all this time. He is probably about this is probably the last lap. You'll probably want to pit this lap, Meyer, if you're out listening. If you go around one more time, I think you're gonna get a penalty.
Oh, he's got Miller too with Shackleford right now with a good fight coming to turn one. Miller, I think, passed Shackleford.
Ruzick is catching Shepard just barely. We'll kind of keep that gap at least within a second, so he's going to get some kind of a tow if he keeps on the straight. Keep an eye on them, as most of these battles have fizzled out into just sliding back in. But down in 25th, Santa's going to be able to take Sabuka, because he has spun major damage. That hood is released, and he's just going to drive it into the pit lane and get that stuff repaired.
And we love to see Miller with his anime Ferrari. It's perfect. It's like slicing through the wind.
He said
Quite a few drivers are having a bad time with the pits. We got a drive-through for Lorenzo for speeding through the pits, it looks like.
So here's the big question. Did Meyer pit? It looks like he does. So he will not get a penalty for not pitting. Ruzick closing this gap really hard on Shepard. Now down to 6/10 on the straight. Able to catch some of that slipstream. Down to 5/10. He's just following closely behind. Waiting for Shepard to make a mistake. He seems very tight on these exits. Very clean. So he does have the moves to get the job done. He just needs to hook it up and find the place. Patch trying to get out of the way, sticking some tires in the grass. I guess it's the best you can do.
We got some great fight in the bag right now.
Hey, what's happening in the back?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
We got Rigatoni right now, catching up Allen in P29 backfield. And is that corner? Yeah, okay, Connor. Oh, but watch out, Rigatoni. Use blue flag as your advantage right now, and that's what Rigatoni did, passing up Allen.
So I do just want to ask, Jose, you let out good. Oh no, what happened?
Mayer got a stop go 30 for speeding in the pits after waiting till the last minute to pit. It must not be a good feeling to get that.
Not a good race for a lot of these people out here in Durban. Trying to make his way back. He's down in 13th now. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he has a lot of fighting left to do. As I say that, he's actually overtaking Meyer right now. Just gonna fly right by. He now has 5 seconds to make up the green. Gonna try to get within this top 10. Menzies gained a lot on Shackerfold here.
And Luca right now with Mayor in Durban. The three guys for P12. Fight for P12 right now. Reclose up.
Durban is going for the dive on Shackerfold. Can he be late enough on the brakes in this McLaren? He is. He is side by side with Shackerfold. Shackerfold going to take the long way around. He's faster. Oh, wait, sorry. That is Menzies. Sorry. Menzies trying to go for the dive. Not able to get done. Shackerfold is able to hold his position right there. Wow, what a move what a defense on the outside. I didn't think it was possible for that outside line to actually work, but he's gonna have to do that probably for the rest of the race unless Menzies is gonna get right by him.
And if people check my little screen on the bottom right, we saw Luca did a great overtaking move on Mayer on the last corner on the inside. So they were side by side in the last corner. And as you know, this is a really twitchy corner to get side by side.
Dude, as you're saying, Menzies finally overtook Shackerfold into the exit of the long right-hander. Kind of unconventional, but it works. Just 3 seconds to the car in front now as we jump back over to Ruzick, who's still trying to close the gap to Shepard and overtake him. Shackerfold will hope to just kind of fall behind Menzies and re-overtake him in the final seconds.
This is a pretty good race because we got first we got some fights after the pit stops, and second it is almost in the full grid, so it's not just in the front, it's all in the midfield and in the back too. And as I say that, Luca just goes wide.
Caster's curse.
Caster's curse, yeah.
Jose, who's your star driver right now? What's What's happening? What are you seeing?
Guy is I think he's had one of the best races in my honest opinion, because he started outside of the top 10. He's been having a great race. He's been keeping his pace under control. He's kept out of incidents, and he's found himself in third place right now.
The very good driver of that Ferrari tower doing him wonders. He is only 13 seconds away from Kyle Miller, and there is just over 20 minutes left. So there's plenty of time to shave this gap down. Same with Kyle. He is only 7 seconds, and that gap is actually rapidly decreasing to passage. So we could see some last lap battles here.
Yeah, it was over 8 seconds a bit ago, so he is knocking the time down. It looks like Passage is slowing down in his lap times. His last lap was 1 minute 40, so I'm wondering if his tires are starting to feel it from pushing and fighting in the early stage of the race.
We'll see as Durbin Legacy coming up behind Green in the Ferrari, thinking about dive, looking at it, just going to slot right back in. Actually, no, fakes the sliding back in and goes for it. Green just kind of lets him through, and he will take that nice and dandy, and he'll be on his way to get into
dandy.
And wide.
What a funny word, dandy. I like that word. Like, cute and dandy.
I know, dandy. Moves along.
As you see, Menzies right now 5/10 off Miller. Kyle.
Ken.
No. Ken. Yeah, Ken. Ken. Thank you. Ken Miller. For P7.
Speaking of Millers, Kyle.
Wait, there was a spin. Meyer. No, wait. Who is it? Yellow flag. What?
Might have just been.
It's Cibulka. Yeah, just spun right in front of Oh no! Don't tell me Cibulka is stuck.
He beached.
Oh no! He's stuck.
He's moving them tires. He might have to pit here.
He's stuck. Someone hit him. Please, someone just. Someone hit him, please. If someone is listening to chat. Oh no!
Yeah, forced to tow back the pit. That's pretty much his race.
Oh no!
Over, I'd say.
Cibulka.
But
sad story.
While you're talking about Millers, Kyle Miller shaved off another second.
Oh, watch out! There's a fight P23 right now. Patch and Center. Oh, but whoa. Okay, just split it up pretty fast. It was just a fraction of a second of turn one, and now they're like a second off. It was intense.
That far down the grid, every position does matter, but you are just trying to look to finish the race there. We are starting to see some battles here form, though. Menzies getting real close to Ken Miller now. Unda getting real close to Shackelford, and you don't want to hear that if you're Durbin. Because it's a nice slipstream.
Because Durbin is going to get some tomfoolery out of his bag.
If that happens, Unda is now going to go for the dive on Shackelford. Aggressive dive to the inside. Going to take that Mercedes, just slide in. Shackelford trying to go along the outside, not going to be able to do so. Just going to slot back in line. It looked like he got a little scared of Unda being there on the inside. This opens the door for Legacy to now take Shackelford. Now he's within a second. Can he close that gap till the last final pitch straight? Because that is really the only overtaking spot we have seen viable, unless you want to get real fancy with it. Menzies is also straight on the back of Ken Miller. Trying to look for his way around, but that has been his entire race essentially so far. Legacy going for the unconventional dive into that turn, and he's making it work. Shackelford is going to be forced to give up that position. And Legacy's actually running right, so he's just going to take it back. Unless Legacy can hold into this turn. He does take the inside line here, and he will be able to hold that off. Whew! If I was Legacy, I would be sweating bullets right now.
Yeah, and I gotta say, it was a great pass because I wouldn't even tried it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is not.
You see an open door, you really gotta go for it.
Yeah.
What is this? Ruzik is in the pits for some reason.
Damage, maybe? Mom's calling for dinner?
It's dinner time. Doesn't look like there's damage on that car. At least so. So we will check back in with him as Menzies now right on the back. Ken Miller.
Yeah,
I
Ken.
wonder
Yeah.
if he didn't have enough fuel.
That is true. We did see that at last week at Spa with Kyle Miller where he didn't fuel up enough in his pit stop and he actually had to go back probably maybe 2 laps after the pit window.
Because it wasn't a long enough stop for tires. And like you said, there was no damage. So the only thing that I can really think of is fuel.
Wow.
Surely that. Yeah.
And that takes him out of the top 10.
Yeah, it's devastating to see. Luca now gets his chance at top 10 though, right behind Shackelford.
Oh,
Yeah, hopefully he puts a little more defensive moves on Luca, you know. Looks like he has been fairly passive with these last couple of people. So let's see if he can defend like a lion.
Sometimes you just want to kind of let the cars by and get your race going.
Yeah, you know, but I think late enough in the race that, you know, you really have to get your elbows out a little bit, you know.
It's fair enough. Well, speaking of elbows, they're in the stand now, so that is just an easy 1-2 pass for Luca.
Yeah.
And Shackelford, hands on his head for this race. He was so high up there in the mid. Now he's just dropping down.
There was some great gentleman's manner with between Cebulka and Bat for P29 in the back, and Cebulka just came in on the inside of Bat at the chicane, crashed into him, but Cebulka just slowed him down and let him by, and actually let him a lot of time in front of him. So cool guy, Cebulka, cool guy. I would have done the same thing.
Ooh, we almost just watched Connor get absolutely obliterated by a blue flag. Blue flag missing his braking point might have just ruined Connor's race, but was able to get out to the side. Connor falling behind this Bentley, trying to get away. Oh, that's a big mistake. Opens the door for Connor if he didn't lift off the gas. This is going to be a great run for him. Gap is coming down. He's catching that slipstream. Bentley moves to the inside. Connor moves to the outside. Is he able to close the door enough? No, it looks like he's going to be able to hold the inside. The Bentley just kind of backed off there. Not sure what happened, but he is wide in the turn, but he will still be able to hold it. Passed by Connor, but I definitely felt like he could have been matched there with a little bit more resistance.
And just saying, but Kyle Miller is now 4 seconds behind Passage, so yeah, as you said, we might see some battle between these two for last couple of laps.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I want to see it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he's suffering from tires.
That would mean that Kyle would have to take tires, unless he's just better at saving them.
No, maybe. Well, I wonder if the McLaren's a little better at tire management at this track.
McLaren does have a
maybe.
bit more downforce than the Ferrari, but that might not be good, but it could also be good if you're not battling all the time. Because he did have that clean air for a while at the beginning, so maybe that dirty air just kind of messed up the Ferrari's tires even more.
Legacy behind Honda. Honda just did a small mistake going in the grass. And Aoki yellow flag.
He looks like he just went wide on the turn. Didn't cause any damage to anyone. He's just able to slot back in right to his position. So swap on over to Durban Legacy real quick.
Yeah, I feel like Durban's gonna do something bad in 3,
Yeah, he's doing
2,
the same position he did on
there.
Shackelford.
Oh wow!
Unda not wanting to defend that at all. Blue flag on the outside there.
That's some great overtaking right now. Wow.
Legacy's favorite spot so far.
And turn 1 too, I think. Yeah.
You got Menzies all over Miller as well.
Menzies
Jan Rodrigues too in the back.
Menzies has been all over Miller for about half this race now. Ever since they got out of the pit lane, I think.
You know, maybe he should take a different approach to the final turns, you know. Set that exit up and really get a good run down that straightaway.
Yeah.
And see Shepard close to the back of Aoki, who did have an incident in a gravel trap, but I don't think it caused him any damage, but Shepard is right on the back of him now.
Now Connor behind Robichaud. Rodriguez behind Banderi. We got Menzies to 5/10 behind Miller, and Shepard 5/10 behind Aoki. There's so much fights right now. And Kyle Miller P2 right now, still 4 seconds behind Passage, our leader right now. So it's like it has not moved, and I think it's maybe gonna stall from here. So yeah.
We still have 10 minutes. And we saw Kyle Miller close that gap to at least 2 seconds in 5 minutes. So, you know, statistically, we'll see them fight in the last minute.
And we actually got a fight between, again, Connor and Rigatoni, the blue flag.
Oh, no.
Yeah. If you want to see, I think he has a bit of rage because he goes wide in turn 1. And yeah.
He has been missing that point a little bit as Legacy is now closing up to the back of Ken Miller and Menzies.
Yeah, it looked like that blue flag helped him out a lot.
Yeah, this could get a little scrappy coming down in turn 1. Durbin looks like he has some pace on him right now.
Shepard coming to turn 1, but doesn't try to move on Aoki. But I think he still want to get closer. Well, more closer to Aoki because you want to get more. Maybe get more aspiration down the straight on this lap.
Ooh! Menzies missing his breaking point, going to open the door for Legacy. Had to dodge to stop breaking right into the back of Miller. But Legacy's now going off now. He missed his breaking point. Might call a little bit of grass. And that is a very risky rejoin. He will now just slot in straight behind Menzies, who he has to get past again. Kyle Miller pooping himself if he was watching the rearview mirror of Menzies just missing the breaking point, trying to defend against Legacy, not able to do so. As Aoki and Shepard are now side by side. And Aoki actually spins it, not able to hold it. Shepard is just going to run away with this one.
And Menzies coming to Ken Miller. Ken? Yeah, Ken. The hentai Ferrari, I'm gonna say. He's still 5/10 behind him, so we might see some good overtaking just for the last few minutes. I'm super excited. And Jan Rodriguez in behind. We're seeing the midfield and even the backfield with Sarver in back with a good fight.
Menzies is side by side with Miller. Miller actually bumps with Menzies as he was on the inside, and he tries to just close the door on Menzies. He's able to do it, but not without some contact. Menzies probably waving the hand in the air right now. But can he get a good enough run to attack Miller here? It does look like Miller had a little bit of a stumble on that exit. Is it a good enough run to catch this slipstream and get late on the brakes? Menzies down the pit straight. Don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's now within 3/10. He will just slot in here. Luca right behind Durbin Legacy. Luca diving. Able to make it through. Durbin Legacy made him the switchback. There was contact made there, and there's more contact. Durbin Legacy into Luca. Luca into the wall. Both of them into the wall. That spells damage for both cars. That was a pretty hard contact.
As we see a bloodbath between Connor and Robichaud right now, coming to the chicane, they're really fighting hard with Rodriguez too, between Banderi and him, and it's just bloodbath everywhere, man. And Connor right now too, again, and you've got Sarver in the back to 7/10 up, just not close enough, but he can still make up a place. We got so much thing going on right now. And we see a Sky and Miller coming to the blue flag.
We just had another moment. He has a lot of damage on that front right. That might be race ending. He's going to be dropping a lot here. Yeah, he's not able to do that turn very cleanly. It's going to be very hard to hold that car together as Durbin is just going to continue to try to gain back on Unda.
As we see Rodriguez coming to the inside Banderi in that really difficult corner, but it's not good. It's not good enough. Come on, you cannot do that here. Banderi on the butt of Shackelford. Shackelford goes wide. May Banderi get the exit speed on the chicane to go after Shackelford? Banderi just checking behind Rodriguez too. And I think we got Ruzik. Yeah, Ruzik too checking out. This is a 4-car battle right now. This is incredible. I'm gonna go helicam because I cannot see the whole thing right now.
See different legs. You're not going to be able to get the straight line speed on Unda. That is a damaged up McLaren, so the straight lines are not going to be fun. Menzies coming on the back of Ken Miller again. I see you side by side down in the picture-in-picture right now.
Oh, Rodriguez goes 2 places on the straight. No! Shackelford goes... No! Shackelford goes wide! Rodriguez goes the inside, but Bandari goes in the inside of Shackelford. And Shackelford just loses 2 places. Rodriguez gains 2, and Bandari 1. But Ruzik's still behind. He's hungry. He wants some places right now. This is a battle for P14 right now. This is a... no, sorry. P12.
You do have 6 minutes left still. Durbin has too much damage, ended up falling behind a ton to Unda. Was able to get it right back over here in this sector 3. Menzies catching up to Miller. I don't think he's gonna be able to make a dive here unless he is very risky with it. Miller actually just gonna cover that off just in case. Menzies trying to follow on the back. Maybe he can get a better jump on the pit straight exit here. We'll see Legacy in the background. Might be able to overtake Unda here as he runs wide. We'll check in with him on the straight as soon as these people are done battling. Menzies going to have to try to grab the slipstream here. Only 3/10 behind him. This is doable. If he grabs it just enough, he might be able to pull off the dive. 3/10. Still at 3/10. Not coming down a bit. And I think we're just going to slot in behind here. We are. And Legacy looking all the way to the inside. Not going to happen. He is not able to do anything in the straights right now. That damage really costing him here.
The midfield right now is on fire. It's incredible. I cannot follow everything. Ruzik is side by side with Shackelford for P14 right now. Ruzik on the inside, Shackelford on the outside, coming to the first corner. Ruzik coming a bit later on, but they're side by side. Shackelford doesn't want anything of that P15, sorry. But Ruzik makes it, and I think, who is it in the back? Is it Miller? Yeah, it's Miller. They're blue flag right now.
Don't know.
Oh, Shackelford goes wide.
Should give up that position.
It's incredible. There's so much thing to look at right now. Green gaining time on Luca. Luca, I think, had a moment right there, but didn't saw. And Luca still has some damage in his front arrow, which is really not good for the Honda right now because Honda is front arrow dependent, and Rodriguez behind looking for green, and Bandari right now it's transforming again for a 4-car battle for P10 right now, getting big points in the standings.
Oh,
it's all coming back.
Durbin has run wide. He's just bleeding time to Unda while Unda's gaining time to Menzies. What is happening up here in the front pack? Menzies did have a moment out of turn 3 to put him a little bit farther back, but oh my gosh, if it keeps going like this, we just under 4 minutes here. Jose,
it's still going.
What you making of this, Jose?
Oh, Luca
Luca
goes wide, and
Oh
Rodriguez
my
goes
God.
the inside. There's 3
yeah,
wide.
Luca's
and
gonna
green.
suffer the most out of this.
Yeah.
Wow. That pit straight, he has no, with that front arrow being so damaged, he really doesn't have any more top speed.
Yes.
He's gonna have a really tough time defending P13 at the moment. He does have a 5-second gap, so if he manages to keep his pace decent, he might be able to stay within the top 15, but it's gonna be very tough for him.
But how did they not crash? It was incredible. 3 wide and like damage in front arrow for Luca.
Yeah, I cannot imagine that car being easy to control.
Yes, yeah, respect for Luca right now for his car being damaged. Yeah, because you know, Guzman, you drive the Honda, and the Honda is really front arrow dependent, so
Yeah.
if you got some front arrow damage, it's finito, perino.
We are coming in on the 2-minute mark. Menzies catching right back up to Ken Miller. Wasn't able to complete a dive right then, but he does have this straight to do so. See if he's able to get him. He is within 2/10. This is a good jump for him, but he might have to let off the gas. If there's any time to do it, now is the time when we probably have about 2 laps left here. Right on the bumper. Miller going to the inside, swapping back to the outside. Menzies going to the inside. They are side by side. Menzies goes through the turn, able to hold down the inside. Miller's going to be able to switch back because he drives out wide. Menzies in the sand, not able to get it done. Miller is just going to take that spot. Menzies probably has one more pitch straight to get him right back.
Yeah, he has to play the mental game. As long as he's more mentally strong, he might be able to force him into a mistake and get that position. It's going to be tough, though.
Menzies is just faster right now.
Yeah, and Ruzik passing Luca right now. Luca really having a bad time right now at the 2-minute mark. Menz is still close to Miller right now. This is incredible. Great fighting between these guys, and right now Miller has gained time because of blue flags on Passage. But I don't think we're gonna see some fighting for P1 and P2, so yeah.
It was close, but not enough time.
Unless Passage has a major mess up. Looks like that will be your top 3 right there. Definitely Sky and Shepard going to stay P3, P4 as they are almost 30 seconds away from the next car in front. We're going to keep on watching Menzies here, just trying to follow Miller. Needs a good exit coming up to this stretch. This is probably one of the last laps. He's actually going to get another lap to do this, I think. Maybe another 2.
And Ruzik right now on the kill streak to get some, to get the place of Bandari coming to the chicane right now.
I'm going to have to cut you off right there as Menzies is diving to the inside. Going to cover that space. Miller forcing him all the way down. Miller comes all the way back up. Menzies taking that inside line. There is contact. Miller just clipping the back of Menzies. It looks like Menzies had the inside line, but he will take that position. And now there's blue flags right in front of them. This is chaos in terms of your lead lap. People,
no.
Menzies going to have to brake hard because Meyer coming back onto the track, maybe trying to get out of the way. Miller's going to be able to bump Menzies. That might be some damage to Miller, and if it is, that kind of ruins his battle here. I believe
this is last lap for most of the drivers right now.
I think he did let off a little bit just because of that bump on the rear. I don't think he wanted to take the position that way.
Yes, and we can see Miller right now coming here. Their crash. Oh my god, in the grass. It's so close. Ruzik right now with Bandari in green. You've got Miller, Unda, and I think this was a Legacy. Yeah, Legacy. It's all close for the last lap, man.
Looks like Miller got caught up by a blue flag line, sadly. I believe he does have another lap to close this second gap, see what he can do. But if that front of the Ferrari is damaged, I don't believe you're going to be getting that one back, man.
Ooh. And there's Bandari going the inside of green. Bandari spins. Bandari goes in the wall. And I think this is Ruzik. Yeah, Ruzik want to still get a green right now. The hentai Ferrari teammate of Ken Miller. This is incredible. This is so close for last lap, and Lucas may get someplace on Bandari because he crashed.
We are looking at Passage about to cross the line, about to win his second race of Season 4, Division 4 of SRA. And across the line, Kyle Miller wasn't able to get up to him, but that is the finish for Passage. And Kyle Miller right behind him, P2. Sky still has a bit of ways to go, about 30 seconds back. Good job to the 2 front runners who was able to get the job done.
Oh, but look at Unda. Unda is closing up on Ken Miller right now. It's so close right now. There's so much fights.
I think that Ferrari's damage. He caught the curb a little bit. That's going to slow him down. Yep, and that gap just drops off. That Mercedes needs to pick right back up if he wants to do anything. I don't think he will. He will have to do an insane dive and make up a ton of time. Don't think it's going to happen. Shepard waiting for him to cross the line. Sky comes across in P3. I know the standings are going to start shrinking here as people leave. Shepard just making his way across the line. Unda gaining a ton of time, but I don't think it will matter to the extent. Shepard across the line. P4 for him. Aoki will come across the line in 9 seconds to get P5. Unda just going to slot in behind Aoki. P5. Menzies will get P6. Ken Miller will get P7. Unda will get P8. Durban Legacy, what a recovery drive from him. P9 for him. Roderick's just closing on the back of that blue flag. Gonna be able to finish off P10, I believe.
And yeah,
He does.
and that's the race.
What a race, everyone. What a race. I will first ask Jose of his thoughts on how everything went.
It was a bit chaotic towards the middle of the race. Honestly, it's interesting that the beginning of the race was fairly clean, and then as we got towards the blue flags and stuff, we started seeing a couple little errors from drivers causing a couple incidents. But things we can learn on and things like that. It's the beginning of the season, so there's plenty to learn and things. But yeah, Sky had a fantastic race. Goes to show that even if you have a bad qualifying race, stick with it, and if you're consistent, you pace good, you're cautious with your incidents and stuff like that, you can really end up fairly high on the leaderboard and you got a podium.
Who was our leader, Passage? Where is he at in the chat? We'd love to bring him up for an interview if you can hear me, Passage. Show your face in the Discord, and I see you, and I'm taking you.
Him right now. Oh,
I am
wait,
taking him.
you're taking him.
Ryan Passage, win number 2 in the book, and it's only week 2. How you feeling?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling pretty great, guys. That was definitely a tough race. I think about the 30-minute mark, my tires were shot, and I just had to buckle down and just try to stay on my brake. Learn that I had a lot less braking power, and to start, progressively changing my braking points just to try to keep up the pace.
What were your thoughts? Because towards the end, the final 20 minutes, we saw Kyle Miller just slowly closing that gap inch by inch by inch. We thought you were going to have a last lap battle. What happened in the final minutes?
Yeah, I started seeing that too, but then I started pulling back about 5 seconds. That's when I really started, I stopped making mistakes pretty much. I was like, this is it. I got to buckle down or he's going to be on my ass.
Mm-hmm. On your French, but...
Yep, excuse me, sorry.
You're good. You're all good, man. Jose, do you have any questions for Ryan?
No, I think you got a great race. A good little fight at the beginning. You got the move done, and then you just held on to the lead and you stuck with it. You didn't lose a lot of time with the pit. I know Kyle Miller tried to undercut you, but it didn't seem to work out. Wondering how the race would have turned out if he pitted with you.
Yeah, it might have been different.
Might have been a different race then, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if he took tires or I don't know if that was his strategy. I don't know. Because I definitely would have thought the moment I came around that he would have been there, but I was 7-8 seconds up, so I was really surprised.
Well, you can rest easy tonight knowing that you've defended your first place well and clean and stick in the first place spot for gold.
Well, I really enjoy racing with all these guys, and pretty much what I keep, there are some extremely fast guys at the top of D4, and I just keep telling them, just give it 90% of your speed, and you'll do much better. You go in, you get your qualifying as fast as you can, but moment you race, give it like 90-95%, and you'll make it through without making any mistakes, and that's usually how I'm doing it. I know how hard I need to push to be competitive, but not too hard to F off the track.
As they say, give it the beans.
Wise words from Ryan Passage. Enjoy the night, man. Congrats on your second win of the season.
Thanks, guys.
Now let's get Kyle Miller.
Yeah, our second place finisher. And my teammate, technically racer in a different league of Ghost Rider Racing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Kyle Miller.
Oh, God.
Welcome. First top 3 finish. Saw you closing the gap there at the end. What happened? What was the strategy? How'd you end up doing that?
Well, I only took 3 seconds worth of fuel, so I was able to close the gap, and tires kept going in and out each lap, so each lap that they were there, I just push it more, and then each lap they were gone, I just backed off a little.
We did see you pit before Passage, I believe. By logic to us, you would think get a little bit more cleaner air, get ahead of them. What happened on the outlap or the laps leading up to Passage's pit where you weren't just able to drive past them?
Well, in the pit lane, I accidentally fumbled over my fingers and I turned my ignition off, so I couldn't get the car started right away, and that cost me some seconds.
That would explain it.
Yeah.
I was wondering what it was, and I was like, I know he had a good pace. I don't understand why
He's
he
not
was so far
first.
back after coming out of the pits. I didn't know if it was that you came out into some traffic and it slowed you down a little bit, but
It's just nerves getting to me, pretty much. First time
Mm.
out in the front and all that. So,
a lot of pressure over there.
especially
Yeah.
on a track like Zandvoort.
Yep. You have about 6 more weeks to make up. You're not far down, so you still have a chance of winning everything and taking your team to the front runners. So enjoy the second place podium finish. Come back next week.
Thank you.
Who was our third place finisher?
Guy, let's kidnap him.
Kidnap Sky. Zach Sky 999. Oh, he's gone.
Oh. No, wait.
Oh, that
he's
was me.
still
That was
here.
me. That was me.
Oh, it's you?
bring him
Oh
back,
my
yeah.
god. Who's
I
that?
tried to drag him up, and then when I let go, you click him up.
Zach, welcome. Close the
Hey.
door on your face a little bit. P3 finish. Saw you kind of surged back at the end. You had a rough qualifying, but you made it up. How you feeling?
Yeah, I think I qualified P13. I kept my nose clean for the most of the race. I think it was pretty good. I had a couple of guys watching my stream, Queso and Jason. They helped me out, keep my nose clean, and I think I was off once, but other than that, I felt like everybody else on the track was just going crazy, just spinning. I had no idea. I just kept going.
You
Ended
have
up, it was awesome.
you have no idea from our timetables how many people were spinning. So you have some time. Watch back the stream and just
I
check
will
on
for sure.
everything. But that
I
was
will.
it was some good pace from you. How'd you manage to keep it all the way throughout the race? Because we did just get finished talking with Passage and Miller. Said they were having some struggles with the tires.
Yeah, there were some laps where I saw my front left tire just getting up there in temperature. So I was kind of lucky towards the end. I had a little blue marker sandwich on me, 3 in the front, 3 in the back, so I wasn't really worried about getting past. So I was able to kind of maintain my tires a little bit, stop pushing too much, take it easy, and yeah.
I congratulate you on the tire saving. Luke, Jose, you have any other questions before we banish him?
No, I mean, all I really got to say is every time I looked at the timetables, I'm like, oh wow, he's up another spot, another spot, another spot. Next thing we know, he's podium. I was like, wow, he keeps it up and stays consistent. He has a really good chance of it and held on to it, and
Oh yeah, I mean it's my second season with the league, first podium, feels good. So
That's
yeah.
great, man.
Well,
More to come, at least. Yeah.
Mhm.
We
I
hope.
hope.
You enjoy that. We'll let you go for the night. Have fun on the podium.
Yeah, great commenting, guys.
Yeah,
See you
thank
guys
you.
next week.
Yep.
Thank you.
Well. Round out another chaotic week of Division 4. Any
It was chaotic. Yeah.
just a little bit. Any final
Yeah.
thoughts from you two at all?
Yeah. It was hard to commentate. Yeah, I gotta say, there was so much thing happening, and yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
yeah, there was at least the top 20 were very close in pace, so it was there was a lot of excitement going on. Just start of the race started off great. Middle of the race, incidents could have been a little bit better, but we'll
It was
improve
great.
and go like that. But yeah, I think it was a great race overall.
It indeed was. And we can't wait to see everyone back here at week 3. And if you're thinking of joining, if you liked what you see today, maybe not that chaotic, maybe you can win some races. Come join us, simracingalliance.com. I believe you can sign up there. But that is me. I'm Taylor. Sign out for Loic and Jose. We'll see you all next week.
Bye bye.